So the Trump administration is trying to claw back the $250 million that was awarded to Asheville, North Carolina through FEMA before Trump took office to rebuild after their devastating floods. And now the administration is trying to claw it back, deny them the money, because the city of Asheville remains committed to maintaining their DEI programs. And the DEI programs, when cities maintain these, it's especially applicable when they're awarding contracts to contractors to make sure that it's not just all white male-owned contractors that are winning these bids, that it's a percentage of black-owned and a percentage of female-owned. Now, with what I do for a living in risk management for over 30 years, I have worked with municipalities, I've worked with cities. Before DEI took hold, there would be women who would want to start up a contracting firm, or they would inherit it from their fathers, their families, and there would be black people who would start companies, contractors. And they were not winning any bids because of the good old white boy network. Only the white male-owned construction companies would win bids through cities. So these DEI programs were crucial. And what it did exactly was that if you've got, say, 100 construction companies that are owned by white men, and you've got 5% that are owned by women and 5% that are owned by someone who is black, then when you're putting out bids for the city throughout the year, you want to see about 5% having been awarded to black-owned business and 5% to female-owned businesses, at least. Reach that plateau, at least. And this was to stop the racism and the misogyny and the sexism. It was to stop it, especially in the world of contracting. It's very white male dominated. And now this racist, sexist administration is withholding the $250 million, trying to withhold it. Because Asheville is saying, we have black-owned businesses, contractors that submit bids to us. We have women-owned contractors that submit bids to us. And we're going to make sure that they're awarded some of these bids from the $250 million. And see, the other benefit is generally female-owned businesses and black-owned businesses have a very diverse workforce. For obvious reasons, real-world experience, they do not want to continue in the racism and the sexism. So it benefits a whole diverse group of employees that work for them to win these bids. And let me tell you, these contractors, because I have a lot of them, black-owned and female-owned contractors, they are superior in many ways when it comes to the quality of their work, because it's still true to today. If you're black or if you're a woman in a man's field, white man's field, you have to work twice as hard and do twice as good. So there you go.